Judge Hatchett. The verdict is back with the case of Rhonda White, who is suing Bob Thomas for medical expenses.
Your Honor, if I could level with you, I'm doing the best I can.
You're a single father?
I am a single father. No matter
and
what
I
the
respect that.
says.
Because parenting is hard. But we are here today really discussing the behavior of your child, which is really the essence of this. I mean, I'm going to get to the money issue, but we really got to talk about what's happening here.
Absolutely. And it's not the easiest time for our family right now.
Why not?
Nikki's mother, she was under some chemical dependency. And about 6 months ago, she recently OD'd, and she's currently deceased.
I am really sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Has Nikki been in counseling?
She hasn't, and that's probably my fault. Being a single dad, I'm putting in well over 50 hours a week. I have my own flooring and a carpet installation company, and I'm just trying to make ends meet.
But something is terribly wrong going on here with Nikki. So when you all finally talked, what happened?
After I spoke with him, we got nowhere. I had to go file a police report, Your Honor, because my daughter, I'm very overprotective of her. I love her. I would do anything for her. She's my child. So I went and filed a police report, and the next day, she was in a lot of pain, Marquita, and she was crying. She had pain in the back of her neck area. Right. So I took her to the hospital. I had to take off work. She could have been seriously injured. This was not something I take lightly. I take it very, very
So this is a rock that actually hit her in the face, on her cheek, as well as behind her head?
Yes, ma'am. I'm suing for, our pain and suffering and punitive damages because this has been such a traumatizing experience for me and my daughter.
Your Honor, I was not the kid that hit Marquita in the back of the head, so I myself didn't cause any damages to Marquita.
Oh, you're wrong. You started this chain of actions.
But I didn't hit her.
Oh, that's what you say. All right, first of all, you didn't know anything about it, and now I have to keep probing, and finally you admit that you were the one who said, let's see who can hit this child first.
Your Honor, my daughter has no reason to lie about this, okay? She has no reason to lie.
You all go to school together. Has there been a problem between the two of you all before?
Yes. Earlier that day, I was covering my paper because I didn't want anybody to cheat, and the teacher was coming around, and she said, "What's going on around here?" So I didn't do anything wrong, so I tell her, "I'm not doing anything here, so I'm just trying to cover my paper, and I think Nicole's cheating."
Did you get in trouble?
Yes.
For looking at the paper?
But that's the thing, I wasn't cheating. I was asking Marquita for a pencil.
Have you bullied Marquita in the past?
No.
I think that there is a separate issue, Mr. Thomas, about the trauma of her losing her mother. You're trying to make ends meet, and I cannot tell you how important it is that you were there for her.
I want to be.
And I know. And so what may need to happen is that we may need to have some other support systems for you. Counseling is number one, but maybe there's an after-school program that Nikki can go to. Why did you suggest that the group throw rocks at her?
To be honest, I don't really know. Lately, I've been pretty frustrated, and
so you're taking it out on other people, which is why we're going to get you some help.
As a suicide prevention operator, I work with people all the time that are struggling with things, so I totally understand what they're going through, and I had no idea that her mother actually passed away, so my heart does go out to you guys in regards to that, but there's still no excuse for that behavior, especially when it comes to my daughter.
I am not trying to excuse Nikki's behavior, but what I've known, because I've been doing this for a long time, you cannot fix it unless you understand. If I can just, hit the gavel, here's the money, and then you all leave, really have we fixed anything? Now, I'm going to reduce the judgment somewhat. I'm going to do a round figure of $2,000 because I do think that this is really bad and that she could have been really more seriously hurt, and I do think that there's pain and suffering. And pain and suffering is not always physical. It's the trauma associated with these things. But I'm going to give you 5 months to pay this in time because I understand that you're going through a tough time and you're working with some things. But most importantly, Nikki, I want you to apologize to Marquita right here, right now.
I'm sorry, Marquita, for telling the other boys and girls to hit you with the rock.
You don't take any responsibility for one of those rocks that you threw hitting her?
And for me throwing a rock at you as well. I accept it.
And wait for you to apologize, you did.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I don't want you lying to me like that.
All right, there's nothing further. I'm entering judgment in favor of the plaintiff for $2,000 for the reasons so stated. Court is hereby adjourned.
All rise.